Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. So I want to make a quick video targeting the youth in the inner cities of America specifically, and let you know that, in my humble opinion, I feel like society has given and promoted two avenues of success to the inner city youth. And I want to let you know there are more avenues of success and how you can help get there, okay? So my intent is positive, and I'm only making this because when I was your age, like say you're 14 years old, when I was 14, I didn't have no YouTube or some random person I can go watch and get some gems from. I had to go to, like, you know, somebody in my family or whatever, and that was cool. But you guys have more than just family to reach out to. Now you got random people like myself. And keep in mind, everybody on YouTube is not positive. There are a lot of toxic people. So you got to filter out the toxic and the positive and tune into the positive. So when you hear someone talking positive, that's what you got to center yourself around. So it's good to have those outlets because YouTube can be beneficial in that regard when you make it positive, okay? So let's jump into it. It's advertised that kids want to be athletes or rappers, and that's what's being pushed. So I have no problem with you pursuing that. Just keep in mind, both are businesses. And guess what? If you don't have an attorney at your side who can legally interpret what those contracts are saying, you're going to find yourself financially in a world of hurt on both sides. And let's break it down. In the rap side, you have a lot of youth pursuing to be rap artists. But then if something happens, and I'm just being honest, guys, not every rap artist is going to live to see their success. Many of them are dying, and they're dying from gun violence, they're dying from drug overdose, or they're going to jail for a lengthy time. Now, while not all rap artists are experiencing this, a large volume of them are when they're taking on genres of music, right? If they decide to become, let's say, for example, the drill music that is very popular right now and is widespread into countries and many cities, right? If you decide to take up that genre, man, it's going to be challenging because the type of energy that's being put out there, people are really living what they're talking about. So you have a segment of fans that are praising these young artists that are uplifting drill music culture, and they're giving them all this praise because they're fascinated with their lifestyle. But all of a sudden, when their favorite artist gets killed or goes to jail for a long time, now all of a sudden they're mourning them. And it's like, then they go to the next artist and they become immune to it because unfortunately it becomes a repeated cycle. So I'm encouraging you guys, it doesn't matter what type of genre of music you're getting into, but especially if you get into the drill music genre, make sure you understand the business side of that and what's really going on. Because the reality is, sadly, majority of the drill music artists are no longer living with us, and they have died as a result of that type of energy that's being put out. So on the rap artist side, just understand label owners don't care much about you. They care about their pockets, and they will replace you as soon as you're no longer useful. This is why you've seen some artists sign contracts, and then when they want to put out what they want to put out, mostly positive, guess what? They get put to the back of the shelf. They're like, nah, we're not going to cut you a check no more. We're going to promote this other person who wants to talk about drugs and lean and getting high and even killing other people. That's who we're going to push. So some of these artists are like, you know what? If I can get $1 million real quick for doing this, I already talk about it living anyway, might as well make it pay me. But guess what? Most of you are dying before you're 25, and your kids don't even have a father no more. That's not a future, man. You know what I mean? Just think about it. You can go out here and take that same energy and go own a home at 21 years old and be financially wealthy by the time you're 40. You have no mortgage payment by the time you're 40. To me, that's what's cool. You can go out here and get your license and certification and be a plumber or work on air conditioning. You come to Florida, you got plenty of business around here because everybody ACB breaking at the wrong time, and you can make it right and make people cool and feel good in their own house. So get that type of license. You know, cosmetology, like there's so much you can do out there, guys. So you don't have to be limited to just being a rap artist or an athlete. Now, let me touch on the athlete side. As I mentioned with the rap game, about how contracts and label owners manipulate it to benefit them, because last thing I'm gonna say about this real quick before I forget, if you don't believe me, don't take my word. Go look at the rap artist, your favorite rap artist that's a drill music artist. Go listen to their mom speak. Go listen to their mom speak. And then tell me if what I'm saying don't make sense. The mothers are telling you the same thing. The label owners are not giving them funeral expenses. They're not paying for their funeral services. They're not getting any royalties from it, but yet they're still making money off of their kids' albums and music. But their kid is no longer here. They're dead. And the label owners are the one profiting off of it. And you know why? Because a lot of these artists that are young signing contracts don't know how to interpret them. They don't have attorneys. And that goes the same thing with sports. If you get hurt or get an injury, or let's say you don't get hurt. Let's say you have 12, 15 years in the league, but you got all this money up to you up front and now you blow it. You didn't invest it. because you weren't told how to invest money and leverage it to become wealthy. Next thing you know, you have no money. So you got all this fame and now you broke. How many athletes we seen broke and famous but have no money? A lot of them. And that's because once again, they're signing contracts and they don't have agents that have their best interests, and they're signing contracts without attorneys that have their best interests. So even if you go get an attorney, make sure it's somebody that's credible and that has your best interest with a good proven track record. Just don't hire anybody, okay? Make sure you understand the business side if you want to do those two things, whether it be a rapper or an athlete. It's a business at the end of the day. And unfortunately, both of them come to an end. And my whole response to that is, I just want to know, out of curiosity, how many of you just strive to be the owner of a team as opposed to playing for the team? How many of you strive to be a label owner as opposed to being a rapper? And again, I'm not knocking either one. I think both avenues have opportunities when done right. But unfortunately, some of the stuff that's done, it comes to a short demise. If you take the shortcut, you get cut short. So I'm just saying, expand your options. Know you can be more than that. Know you can go out here and you could be a real estate agent. You could be insurance policies. You could be an inspector. You can be an appraiser. You can be so much. You can be a plumber, like I mentioned a minute ago. There's so much that you can do. You don't have to even go to college to be these skills. You can just go to a school specifically allocated to that skill, get a license, and you'll make more money than most college graduates. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and strive to be that. And it's okay to be positive, man. It's okay to talk about positive. I don't care what these label owners tell you. The reason why they're pumping negativity is because society is embracing it. And that speaks a lot about where society is at today. Why are we embracing young men killing each other? Talking about, doing drive-bys on someone or overdosing on lean and how they do drugs. Man, that stuff has no future, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. We could talk about the young men. There are young men out here right now that are on their way to being millionaires. I actually know some 25-year-olds in real estate that are millionaires right now, but they would never get on the publicity and be labeled as cool because they're talking about something positive. And that's sad that society has older business people that are making the youth see one side of success without seeing the downfall. It's crazy to me. So youth, be in control of your destiny. Stop letting label owners get rich off your talent, whether it's a sports or a rapper. And also think outside the box. Go out there and strive to have your own skill. You can make more money, like I said, doing a skill for yourself. I hope this video helps. It's a positive video. It's intended for that. I'm not knocking being a rapper. I'm not knocking being an athlete. What I am saying is make sure you're educated when you enter those fields. But understand you could be more than that, okay? You're an athlete, you get hurt, what you gonna fall back on? If you're a rapper, and unfortunately, depending on what type of genre of rap music you enter, especially the drill music, if you die or you're getting incarcerated for a long time, who's gonna hold your family down? It's a lot of that people don't think about going in. So just be more aware, be more in control. All right, over and out, man. Much love to everybody out there.